Delighted that you all could join us on this significant milestone of Agastya Gurukulam. I would like to welcome you also on behalf of Dr. Archana Purushottam and Shri Balaji Mahodaya, who could not make it today for this milestone. Now, we all know how deeply colonized our minds are. In fact, all our guests of honor here today are also invested in Indian education system. Yeah, I was saying Shri Shankant Sanu has written about Bharatiya Bhasha Niti, where he has done extensive research about the madhyam of education, where he says Matrubhasha is the best way to educate, or at least the best medium of education. I also learned that our other guest, Shri Prahlad, is a student of the Kerala School of Mathematics, has invested tremendous number of hours and years studying mathematics. He's a student of Western mathematics in his initial years, but has embarked on this journey. And of course, Professor Vaidyanathan, is a deep thinker on all civilizational matters. So here we are today at this milestone event, and we have embarked on a journey to decolonize the Indian mind. Now, in my own experience, I know that decolonizing of the Indian mind takes study. I'd give you an example from my own children, where they have studied prosody in English, so where they've studied meters, things like that in the English language. And they've studied Chanda Shastra as well. And I don't have to then endlessly tell them what is superior, which has a superior structure, what is thought through, which system has thought through the details really well, the nuances, the subtleties. So that is how you decolonize the mind. You don't decolonize a mind by just teaching your children a few shlokas and saying, things will happen. Once you expose them to Indic knowledge systems, they start wanting to know more. They want to study more because these systems are well thought through and have significant impact on their rational thinking. So to truly decolonize our minds, we need to actually expose our children to Indic knowledge systems. There's no other way out. Now, unfortunately, education is going to take a really dark turn in the future, where you are going to have the UNESCO and the other, elites in the global, the global elites, if you will, like the Gates Foundation, who want to push a model of sustainable education based on sustainability. Sustainability is the buzzword that everybody is using. And one has to ask what this sustainability is all about. Sustainability is based on diversity, equity, inclusion, which is again based on Western ideas of social sciences, and has nothing to do with education. In fact, the Piramal-funded Harvard Public Health Institute talks about how 2 + 2 is equal to 5. So that essentially is the woke math education that's coming to India very soon in all the public schools, and it's coming through the government, through the NCERT. So it's actually, education is going to go from bad to worse. And with so many forces against us, we have embarked on this journey. I'll quickly tell you, Namrata Bagni spoke about how hard everybody worked here for a year just to get this campus set up. Now, this campus has come into being after over 1 crore in seed money put out by the founders. We spend over 1 crore a year out of pocket, although we charge a fee. We spend over 1 crore a year because we're developing curriculum, we're doing all of this. And lots of hard work by volunteers, parents, our acharyas, our admin staff, and so many people who are just bandavaha, who are just related to us, who have helped us, bring us to this juncture. In fact, lately we've been getting enquiries from venture capitalists who want to take this And because we've proved, we have proof of concept now, so they want to take this and they want to infuse capital and make us establish, franchises in different cities, like a McDonald's. And of course, that would be against our Sankalpa. We believe in, although we charge a fee, we believe in Vidya Danam. So anybody who finds the fees prohibitive, we will accommodate them. Yeah, because we believe in Vidya Danam. We collect a fees only because we have to create the entire marketplace. By marketplace, I mean we have to educate parents on why Sanskrit-based education is important. So people don't know what Ganitam is. We have not been exposed. So we have to educate the parents to say that this is actually a good thing for your children. And then we have to create curriculum with different scholars and bring in the textbooks. We are not waiting for the government to do anything. It's a bootstrap project. We are pulling ourselves by the bootstrap and embarking on this journey. So we have to create the curriculum. We have to then, train the teachers, because not all Sanskritam teachers know Ganitam, for example. So we have to, train our Sanskrit teachers in Ganitam and our mathematics teachers in Sanskritam, all of that. We are also embarking on a teacher training institute. It's important to understand why such an institute is necessary. So one thing is content that we are creating, but the other thing is delivery, the what and the how. So the what is the content, we are working on that, but the delivery is also equally important. How do we deliver this to students? Do we have projects? Do we work in teams? Do they work individually? How do we structure this knowledge so that children can take it in easily? So we're starting a teacher training institute. This is not like your B.Ed. The B.Ed is apparently a waste of time, but everybody needs it because some institutes make money. We have to get rid of it altogether, would be my opinion. But so we're starting a teacher training institute where we can churn out teachers who are familiar with this content and the delivery mechanism as well. So there is that project. And ultimately, we want to have an accreditation board for this kind of education. And so that's where we will depend and call on eminent guests like you to help us get there. Because ultimately, we want a board that values excellence in Indic knowledge systems. And we want all children to be running to that board and participating in that and getting certified by that, so that we churn out a whole generation of youngsters that have a good grounding on Indic knowledge systems and relevant Indic knowledge systems. So we are not doing this out of nostalgia, you're doing it out of relevance. Yeah. So all of this has come together, lots of people here, and I cannot name, but it's taken sweat, blood, and tears of so many people that have worked very hard. Namrata Bhagini, in fact, has moved from Pune for the past 2 months just to get this started. And the past 3 days, she's moved even locally somewhere, from that place to somewhere close by. So that's the level of commitment. We have Sri Ramacharya, who's also moved in, living here, making sure everything is, is up to snuff. So I can't name everybody, but it's taken a lot of people, acharyas, administrative staff, our own children who've, our parents, from the Rangoli that you see to, it's a labor of love. Everything is a labor of love, and that's why we can't get venture capital or do anything as a business model. This has to be done by the Samaj. Such education has to be done by all of us. So I invite all of you to join this yajna for education, because our forefathers had envisioned this, and it is our duty to pass it on to the next generation. A few generations we sort of lost it, but I think we can pick up where they gave us content and they gave us pedagogy. So we have to just dust it and then pass it on to the next generation. So thank you all for coming.